Hello, I'm Yoko, and at the time of this video going up, it is currently March 26th, which means it is my birthday. Hey, hi, hello, I am 23 now somehow. So I wanted to do a self-indulgent video where I doodle some personas for certain fandoms that I never really got around to actually drawing. I have my YouTube Sona, aka the one you're seeing on screen, which is a combination of my Pokemon and Danganronpa interests, if you didn't know that. So I don't feel the need to make something like a Pokemon trainer Sona or anything Danganronpa related, but I had some other fandoms and Sonas that I wanted to make, so we're gonna do that today. Will I actually use these for anything? Most of them probably not. I might draw them again here and there, but we'll see about maybe one of them potentially being used. Anyway, let's just hop in and start with a warrior Sona / cat Sona. I wanted to make one of these when I was younger and mostly lurked online watching the funny cat videos about the books I was obsessed with. And since nowadays I've actually really jumped into the community of my Galaxy Clan series and multiple animator projects I've been joining, I felt this was the perfect time. I kept my Sona grounded in a bit more of canon, so I ended up taking a which clan do I belong to quiz, and I ended up with River Clan, which I enjoy swimming and sushi is yummy, so I'm okay with this. Design-wise for this cat, me in real life, I got the extras removed when I was a baby, but I was actually born with 12 fingers and 12 toes, so I thought it would be fun if my warrior Sona was a polydactyl cat. I am also only 4'10", so I picture them as a very tiny cat, so I wanted to go with a name related to that. And before I basically assigned myself to River Clan, I was thinking something maybe with mouse or something like that. But I thought Minnow was a super cute alternative to that would be more fishy. As for the rest of the name, no idea. I am not good at naming things. I was thinking something with small, little, or splash or something like that, but I don't know, so I just left it as Minnow here. Also, I can't imagine I'd be that competent in the clan. I doubt I'd be a good fighter, and my stamina is non-existent in real life, so probably not the best warrior, probably more of like a bat from Galaxy Clan. They probably just play with the pretty shells and draw in the mud with a stick. I also wanted them to have long fur and have it be a bit messy because I always look like a gremlin with Cousin It hair. I also wanted to give them eye patterns that resembled my glasses a bit and also my raccoon eyes from my bad sleep schedule. In the planning stages, I was also playing with making them more brown to call back to my actual hair, but I liked the gray and wanted blue eyes because they're pretty. That being said, mine are actually more brown in real life, but yeah. Also, I kind of didn't record a lot of the planning stuff and setting up the page stuff for this because I kind of just wanted to go into the recording part head empty and I didn't feel like editing a lot. But yeah, here's my fishy kitty. This is the one Sona I made that I can potentially see actually using for stuff. I might make an alternate overlay with them drawing in the corner for Galaxy Clan videos, but we'll see if I actually do that. Overall, these are kind of just concept doodle pages, so yeah, here's the first one that's relevant to my current interests. On to ones that I wanted to make when I was younger, probably in like middle school, but never actually got around to. Next up is a pony Sona, which my previous statement is incorrect because I did actually draw one exactly one time when I was younger, but the color palette makes me want to scream, so I'm using this new one as the opportunity to feed into my Galaxy / bisexual flag color palette obsession. I was super into this generation of My Little Pony when I was younger, like a lot of people. And while I never actually finished the series, it was definitely a core childhood memory. I did see the finale and I did cry. And even if I didn't see some of the later seasons, I definitely hopped in to see some of the more iconic episodes. So yeah, maybe I should finish that one day. Also, Fluttershy was my favorite, and I actually dressed up as her for one Halloween in middle school. I was human Fluttershy before Equestria Girls, and I actually wore the costume again to the movies when I went to see the Equestria Girls movie with some friends at the time. I actually really like drawing ponies, but haven't really drawn them that often, so this was fun. I always have a nice time when I get around to it. Side note, I think I'm going to seek out some pony OCs for this year's art fight. Anyway, thank you for listening to my Little Pony ramble, and on to the actual drawing and character I made. I went with the name Starry Night, both calling to the star aesthetic I have going on, a bit in their mane, and a reference to the painting, even though the color palette isn't really there. That being said, I would be shocked if there is not a million other ponies with this name already, but I'm not stressing with names today, it's my birthday and I am having fun. And speaking of not stressing, I couldn't think of a cutie mark, so I just stuck an IOU sticker on her and left it at that. And I also think it's funny because looking back at that drawing I made in middle school, I had her sitting in a position where she also had no cutie mark. So, glad to see things haven't changed. I also made her a Pegasus pony because those were my favorites. Refer back to when I said my Fluttershy was my favorite character. Though, ironically, I am terrified of heights, so I doubt she'd actually fly much. Though most of my fear comes from the idea of falling, so maybe if I would actually be able to fly around and not fall, I would be okay, but I don't know. Anyway, I think she's the least detailed of the free Sonas I made this video, but I still really like her. There's not too much, she's just pony, probably an artist, you know, all the self-inserty stuff. If you have seen My Little Pony, I would love to know who your favorite pony is. But yeah, on to the last Sona of the video. I wanted to make a troll Sona because let's go paint ourselves gray, show off our god tier cosplay, because I'm a Homestuck baby and I'm stuck this way. And I promise not to quote Homestuck fan songs this entire time that I'm drawing, but those have a grip on my brain and refuse to let go after many years. I cannot unremember all the words to Carcolicious or You Can't Stop the Homestuck. I am in deep. I even made a really bad Homestuck parody of Dollhouse and A-Team back when I was like 13, and I cringe at my bad singing and weird lyrics to this day. Those videos are privated and weren't on this account anyway. It was so bad. Though I am tempted to perhaps illustrate some of the lyrics of them to some point. Maybe. It would be really painful to go back, but it might be funny. Anyway, so I finished the main comic of Homestuck up until the credits rolled, but haven't really seen much after that. I heard that there was like a Homestuck 2 or something, and it was like a fan fiction from Dirk and I think another character, but like not canon, at least from what I understand. I did see some Hive Swap and Friendsim content, and it was a trip seeing people that knew nothing about Homestuck playing Hive Swap, I mean. That was an interesting time. But I'm at least vaguely aware of every character that's from the Friendsim thing, but I'm not the most caught up with that. But as for the main comic, I definitely loved it, shown by the number of characters I have cosplayed, which include God Tier Jade. She is my girl, and she is literally me. If you know stuff about Jade, at least like 80% of it, accurate to me. I have cosplayed Rose, Vriska, Nepeta, and both Aradia in her normal outfit and her God Tier one. So much gray paint everywhere. The struggle of cosplaying a troll, really. Also, my brain cells were on break this day after my struggles with names with everyone else, so I have no name for this one. Didn't feel like thinking of anything with 6 letters for a first and last name. But I did think of a typing quirk and decided that they would add a colon and capitalized letters that would make faces, like :P for a tongue sticking out face and stuff like that, if that makes any sense. I put an example on the bottom of the page at some point. I also took the extended zodiac quiz to get a symbol that was something Aries for my shirt, and I ended up getting the little symbol that they named Arza, which made me a Durst Dreamer, so yay, I get the purple outfit, and also the aspect Mind. I pulled up a Tumblr post that explained how different Mind God tiers would most likely be like, and I ended up going with the God tier Rogue of Mind. Design-wise, I made my hair the absolute messiest. We know all troll hair makes no sense most of the time. I also gave them a red jacket that is loosely based on one I own, and have black rolled-up pants because, as mentioned before, I am very short. I couldn't think of a stripe specific or anything. I imagine them probably most likely just me being an absolute gremlin that just draws a lot. I also had to doodle them in the actual armless style like Homestuck actually. It is a requirement, but yeah, this was super fun to make. I might do more drawings in the future with this one since Homestuck has a lot of stuff to play with and I can still think of more things, like I didn't think of a Pestrum handle or anything like that. But yeah, it's a shorter video this week because, again, my birthday. This was fun to do, and thank you for listening to my rambles if you made it this far. On the day this is going up, I will be playing Monopoly with a My Hero Academia themed board that I have, and being a nerd with friends while I eat cake, as I'm sure any 23-year-old would want to do on their birthday. With that said, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed, I'd appreciate it if you could like, subscribe, and check out some of my socials underneath. I have commissions open if you'd like to support me that way, and with that said, I'll see you next week. Peace!